We're doing it. Welcome, welcome. Okay. Yes, 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 yes. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. How are you? Hope everybody is doing well. We are here to talk about the 5 meaningless words to immediately, let's see if we can, here we go. We're trying some new camera angles here. There we go. 5 words to immediately remove from your copy. And this one is going to get a little spicy, maybe, because I have words to say about words that people use and that people use probably more than they should, right? So let's talk about it because we just wrapped up Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and I don't know about you, whether you promoted something on Black Friday or Cyber Monday or did not, but it was noisy out there. Noisy out there. The amount of emails and ads and just sheer amount of stuff coming through on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And it's a lot. It can be a lot. And especially, it's the kind of thing you notice when you're getting a lot of people promoting something all together, is that a lot of it starts to sound the same. And you're sort of getting a lot of messaging that is pretty generic and pretty like, oh, have I seen this before? I saw this before. And let's just talk about it now, because let's talk about the words that feel free to pop them if you're watching this live or watching the replay. Feel free to pop in the chat words that you just really like, pet peeve words when you hear them and when people use them in copy. And I'll start with my list too, because I've got a list. So something like, let's see, I made a list for you here. Clarity. Okay, now I'm going to preface this with, I am guilty of using these words from time to time. So if you see me use them in copy, in a post, and whatever, like, mea culpa, please forgive me. And the reason that you will see me use them sometimes is that they are hard to avoid. The trick is to know how to juxtapose them, how to use them in context, how to use them with nuance so that they don't sound like everybody else, right? Okay, let me know if this is making sense for you, and we'll get into the words. So clarity, right? Get clarity. What does clarity mean? On what? How? What does it mean? Clear, what's clear? You know, we use them without knowing necessarily what they mean. Attract more clients. We all want to attract more clients. We definitely all want to attract more clients, right? But like, get more clients. You hear that so much. And is there a better way to say that? Maybe, not sure. The revenue roller coaster, or the content hamster wheel. Now, we all know that the content hamster wheel exists. We all know that the revenue roller coaster is a thing. But I don't know about you. Every time I see that phrase, I kind of cringe, because I'm like, really? We could come up with a better metaphor. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Flow. Okay. Sure. What kind? What does it mean? Rapid growth. How quickly are we going to, like my 3-year-old, grow 5 centimeters in 5 months? That was apparently very rapid growth for a kid. Expansion. Okay, so expand, grow your business. Like, again, you can probably pop some in the chat also. Some of these words and phrases, and I'm not doing this to be like, you know, the reason that I say this is because these are the words that power your business. And so in many cases, we are too busy, too overwhelmed with other things, and too much like, I'm not a writer, to find words that are a little bit different, to find that unique angle, to find the nuance in what we're saying. And it's easy to come back to some of these and just use them because everybody's using them and people sort of kind of know what it means, but you also run the risk of sounding like everybody else, right? And this is where I want to talk about templates for a second. I did not plan to talk about templates today, but we're going to talk about them. Okay. The truth about templates. The truth about templates is this, and this comes up for me because, like I said, on some of that Black Friday scrolling, I saw, God, about 10 different ads for content templates, email templates, such and such bundle, like 100, 210 email templates, or, stories for a year, templates everywhere. And if you are a business owner and you're writing words in your business, and there are a lot of words that need to be written, it can be very tempting to go to templates. Super tempted because, all right, they're here, they're easy. I can just plug them in, I can adapt them, I can make them mine, and hey, maybe they'll work. 3 problems with templates that I see. Problem number 1 is the same problem as using the word clarity or growth without your own spin on it. You start to sound like everybody else. If people are selling those templates for a $7 bundle of templates, like, how many other people are using them? And then you don't stand out, you don't find your voice, you don't find the thing that makes you different, that makes you unique. And right, what have you done? The other problem number 2 is that, how do you know those templates are going to work? Anybody these days can put out a template bundle and say, oh, here are my proven templates. Okay. And the third problem is, yeah, I was just going to buy. Don't buy them. Don't buy the templates. Don't do it. The third problem with templates is that when you have a template that is like, insert benefit here, you have to actually be really clear on what those benefits are. Or insert ideal client here. You have to be really clear on who your ideal client is and what their pain points are. Insert way you are unique here. You have to be clear on that before you can plug it into a template and hope and pray that it's going to work. And so all of this to say, I am not saying that templates do not have their place in certain specific cases, but I would rather than plugging in a template and like hoping and praying and doing it because it's the easy thing to do, just like using the word, scale, or having something, using the words that everybody else is using. That's easy. I would rather, and I know if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are smart. You do not want to sound like everybody else. Even though it's tempting, it's like that, that because it feels so easy, like, what's the catch? It's not going to work. And the answer is not in the templates. The answer is in understanding the bones of copy, understanding the underlying framework, understanding what the planks are in the bridge that gets somebody across. The way that I describe copy is always like, you're building a bridge to buy. Your person's over here with their problem, with I'm over here on the struggle bus, and you're trying to get them over here, credit card in hand, take my money, right? And it can be, you have to make sure that as you're getting them across, you don't miss any planks in the bridge. And when you use templates, you sort of, for the 3 reasons that I said, you run the risk of sounding like everybody else. Are they going to convert? Maybe, maybe not, unclear. And you have to know what to plug into them too. And if you're just plugging in the words that everybody else is using, you are going to blend into that sea of sameness and you're going to lose your voice. We talk about, the other day, I lost my voice while I was doing one of these, and voice and expressing your unique message to the world in a vehicle of copy that converts, that is the magic, right? The persuasion that works plus your unique message, the thing that makes you different, combine those, that's the magic. And you just can't get that from a template. You can get it from understanding frameworks of copy, and they're not hard to learn. Once you understand it, it's actually pretty simple to plug in. But if you skip that and you go to the template, then again, you're going to run the risk of sounding the same. So that is all to say that if you are currently kind of plugging in, going the template route because you don't have time, or because you're overwhelmed with things, or you're not a writer and what should I do? There is a better way. There's a better way, and it's actually going to save you time and money in the long run, and is going to make you money in the long run. And that is to learn the shortcuts, learn the framework, get it like into you, and understand that key message from your business for your business. And then be able to, oh yeah, I can write an email, I can write a post, no problem, I got this. That's when it starts to become easy and almost fun to be able to do. So if this is, if you have takeaways on this at any point, go ahead and put them into the chat. I would love to hear them. Questions, go ahead and plug them in. Templates, man. And one more piece of this, because if you are a business owner that is currently outsourcing your copy, and you've gotten something back, or you've done it in the past, and you get something back that does not sound like you, sounds salesy, sounds like everybody else, sounds generic, you're going to kind of keep getting that until you get clear on your message and your voice. And not just clear in your own brain, but get it out of your brain into someone else's keyboard. Get it out into a doc where someone can take it and run with it. And that's where I see a lot of business owners have a gap, because like I know my voice, but I don't have the way to hand it off to someone else in a way that's going to work. And spoiler alert, that is exactly what we do in Copy Lab. Right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go figure out in a really nuanced way, in a way that you probably may not have done before to this level, the nuances of your message. We're going to clear out the generic words and really, really connect the dots and find that the thing that is sticky, the thing that's memorable, the thing that is like, oh my gosh, yes, clear, unique, you. And then we're going to figure out a way, create the key assets that gets that out of your brain onto a page so that you can use it in your business again and again, so that you can create copy anytime you want to, in a pinch when you need to, or you can hand it off to someone on your team. And you can get me in your business on the strategy, on your copy, on the ideas that are going to be sticky, on the things that are going to stand out and be unique, and my help mentoring your writer right along with you. And so you're essentially growing out this, the messaging hub of your business. While we're getting stuff out, we're launching, we're making sales. People start to notice the difference in your content. They say, oh, wow, you are on fire. You are standing out. This is different. This is unique. I love this. You are telling these stories in ways that you have not told before. Oh my goodness. How do I work with you? And this is stuff that when I see over and over and over again with clients, like it gets really dialed in, really clear, really sharp. And that's what allows you to scale to that next revenue level. And I just use the word scale, please forgive me. It allows you to escalate, to elevate to that next revenue level in your business where you want to go, in a way that is not wasting time, is not wasting money, does not involve a million templates that you have sitting on your hard drive that you're probably not going to use anyway. Sorry, truth. So that is what I have to say. The other piece that I have to say is that applications for Copy Lab are open. Okay, if this is something that is something that you would like to own in your business once and for all, like own the copy, own the words, really over the next 6 months, dial in your copy to the point where everybody knows it's you. And it's easy to create new pieces of copy. It's easy to create emails. It's easy to create landing pages. Applications are open. I invite you to DM me, We'll have a chat about it. We'll have a chat if you're a fit. It's not necessarily for everybody. You have to be at a certain point in your business, and I'm happy to chat about that. And if you get on my calendar this week, this is going away because we are about to be in December. We are going to sit down for a private one-on-one strategy planning session to plan out your entire marketing calendar for 2023. We're going to plan out everything. The strategy piece, you can't have copy until you have strategy. And the strategy is also where I shine and where we're going to lean into together to make sure that everything makes sense. It's all aligned. It all ties into each other, and that you're using the periods in between your launches to effectively seed the next one. It's all strategic. We're going to look at it all and make it work. So if you have questions about CopyLab, questions about what's included, if it's a fit for you, please do reach out to me. This is time sensitive. These sessions are going away, and I look forward to speaking to you about it. And if you have a comment, have a takeaway, go ahead and leave it in there for me, and I will talk to you soon. Bye now.